Hi, I'm Rachel Spears, Executive Director of Pro Bono Partnership of Atlanta. I spoke with most of you during your prep call the other day. And now I'm going to just go over what to expect now that you have completed your legal checkup meeting with the volunteer attorneys. Now, some of this is going to be a repeat of what we've already discussed, but I just want to make sure you understand what happens as far as next steps. So first, let me just back up about how our process works in general. Each of you is assigned a PBPA staff attorney. That might be me, it might be Lori or Justine or someone else. And as you know, when you have a legal issue or question, you go to your staff attorney. Your staff attorney will work with you to determine whether it's a legal need we can assist with, and often they will draft a volunteer opportunity, a description of that legal need, which will go out by email to all of our volunteers. We send that email out at the beginning of every month. Sometimes we send a second one mid-month. And if a volunteer attorney picks up your project, then you hear from us about scheduling that introductory call with you and the volunteer attorney. Now, sometimes it may take a while for the project to get picked up, and it will continue to go out by email and also go on our website. So, and then once we have that call, you will work directly with the volunteer attorney until the project is completed. Just a reminder, always let us know when the project is completed. So that's how it works for kind of your ongoing legal issues. Legal checkup is a little bit different. We use this as an opportunity to identify legal issues we haven't already talked about. So you'll come out of legal checkup with maybe 7 to 10 legal needs that the attorney team has identified. Those projects, it's just not possible to address those all at once. So part of the process we're going to talk about now is how we're going to schedule out each of those projects over the course of the next year. So first, let me tell you what happens on the attorney side once your legal checkup meeting is done. Those attorneys you were meeting with were keeping notes. They were filling out the questionnaire. They were keeping their own notes. Your pro bono partnership staff attorney is going to get those notes. It's going to read through all of them. Even though we weren't in the room, we get a sense of what was discussed. And those attorneys put together a list of items that they think need to be addressed. We will review all of that and come up with a list based on all of that of potential projects for you. Staff attorney, once they've put that together, is going to email that list to you. And that's going to be before you have that call with the staff attorney. Each of you should already have scheduled a call with your pro bono partnership staff attorney. So when you get that email prior to the call, just take some time to take a look at it. You don't need to reply to the volunteer attorney. Just take a look at it, make a mental note about some things, and then know you're going to have a call to discuss it. So when you're on that call with the volunteer attorney, you're going to go over the list. You're going to confirm whether those are things you need. You might have questions about them. You say, well, that's not really something we need help with. Just discuss that on the call. So you'll finalize the list, and then you are going to come up with a time frame, a schedule for addressing those questions. As I said, we can't address them all at once. You can't handle that. We can't handle that. So think about how you want to prioritize those projects. Which projects are most important to you? Well, to start with those first, we'll schedule them over the next 6 months. And we will actually put in the list, we'll tackle this in November. We plan to tackle this in December, maybe wait till February on this one. What those months mean is that is the proposed month in which we're going to send that volunteer opportunity out to our volunteer attorneys. So if we put December on it, the plan is for the email that goes out to our volunteers on December 1 with a list of volunteer opportunities is going to include that one. Doesn't mean the project is definitely going to be picked up, but a lot of times they are picked up within that first month. It just means you are ready to get started at that time. Now, because we're scheduling these a few months out, Marie in our office will check in with you before December 1 to say, this is scheduled for December 1. Are you ready? Just as a reminder, be sure you reply to that email. Let us know if you're ready. And if you're not ready, let us know that and let us know when you want us to check back with you. Really important that you keep that communication going. A lot of you will have projects that are scheduled for the very next month after the legal checkup. We're not going to check in with you. We're going to assume you're ready for that one. But for those that are a few months out, we will check back and confirm that you are good with the timeline that we proposed. Let's see, just a few reminders. Remember that staff attorney, while we're going over all the notes as best we can, we were not in that meeting and some things get lost in translation. So use that call with the staff attorney to try to make sure we understand what the issues are. Let's see. As I said, we will only schedule projects for about the first 6 months. You may have additional projects that we have not scheduled yet or that are just lower priority. What we will do is schedule a call 6 months from now in order to see where you are on those first set of projects and also schedule out the next round of projects. That's just a really good check-in point and then can reassess how to schedule the remainder of those projects. It's going to take you probably over a year to complete all of these projects. So just remember, this is just the first step in a process. Now, a few things about that call that you're going to have with your staff attorney. First of all, just be present for that meeting. You know, we're going to do it probably as a Zoom call. Make sure you're not driving, not doing other things. You have the list in front of you and are able to fully engage with that meeting with the attorney. We usually schedule these for an hour or an hour and a half. Your attorney might take this opportunity to check in with you about your other projects that were already identified, see where those stand, so we can take that into account as we schedule your new projects. Now, like I said, this is a time to clarify some of the things that went on in that meeting. You don't need to rehash the entire meeting. We don't have time to do that, but it's a chance to just make sure we're on the same page. Let's see. As I said, Marie will check in with you. Once we have this list, you finalize with the staff attorney, and then keep that list handy. And then you'll be hearing from us as these matters come up, so we can go ahead and put those out for volunteer attorneys. Let's see. The last thing I just want to mention is that this is not your last chance to get help from legal needs from Pro Bono Partnership of Atlanta. Legal checkup, as we always say, is just a snapshot in time. We're identifying legal needs for your organization right now. You may find out next week that you need a contract reviewed. Don't hesitate to reach out to your staff attorney and say we have an additional legal need. We will fit that in with these other projects to the extent that we can help. So don't feel like you're limited in only the projects identified at legal checkup. We understand that you will have a continuing need for legal issues, and feel free to just stay in touch with your staff attorney. So that's it. If you have any questions about anything else, please contact Randy Zelser. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.